Een hele goede middag. We gaan vandaag beginnen met Hogwarts Legacy. Een spel dat ik al heel lang wou kopen, maar ik heb toch gewacht tot het 75% korting was. Ik ben een grote Harry Potter fan, dus eigenlijk moet dit spel wel komen. Alhoewel ik heb gezien dat heel veel gieten en zo is, en daar ben ik eigenlijk niet zo voor vinden. Maar goed, we zullen zien. Dus ik heb hier een brief gekregen dat ik ben toegelaten tot de Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Ik hoop dat ik het speed in het Vlaams kan zetten, want dat is toch veel makkelijker. Maar goed, we gaan startgame doen. En mogen we onze personage kiezen. Je kunt dat helemaal zelf ja, ineensteken. We gaan het proberen wat eenvoudig mogelijk te maken. Deze lijkt me wel oké. Ja, je kunt dan ook proberen met Harry Potter na te maken. Hè? Nee. Want het speelt zich af voordat Harry Potter beschikbaar was. Of ik zal zeggen dat voordat Harry Potter is. Oei, roze moeten we dat niet hebben. Dit is wel roosachtig. Mijn favoriete personage is wel de rosse van het gezelschap om. Rons, ja. Zo imperfect dat het perfect is. En blauwe ogen. Hetgeen wat we moeten hebben eigenlijk. Maar we kunnen niet echt goed kiezen, vind ik. Dat is toch wel raar gedaan. Ja, dat is nog waar.
That was quite something.
I am indeed a student, but I could very well be able to help you.
Gewoon iets doen. Of story by story. Nou. Niet helemaal story. Oeps, we mogen kiezen welke school dat we zitten, welke klasse. Dat zullen ze beter misschien wel mogen kiezen.
It appears we are almost ready to depart.
We zijn bijna klaar om te
It's a
vertrekken.
pity we didn't have a bit more time to spend on spellcasting.
Spijtig dat we
Presume
niet
you've
meer
been
kunnen
practicing the spells we worked
oefenen.
I have, Professor.
Well,
Ja, we beginnen ook ineens
I've
met
never
het
seen
vijfde
anyone
leerjaar.
take so
Heel raar eigenlijk.
quickly to a second-hand wand. You'll be a force to be reckoned with when you get your own.
Thank you, Professor Fig.
moet
I
op mijn
appreciate you
eigen
working with me
stokje
before the
houden.
term begins.
Eleazar!
George, glad my rather cryptic description of our location did not thwart your finding us.
I've apparated to more vaguely defined destinations than this. Though I confess I may have miscalculated slightly on my first try. Gave quite the fright to some theatre-goers in the West End.
It's been much too long. When I received your owl, I must say I...
Best not speak here, Eleazar.
Of course. Why don't we speak en route to Hogwarts? We have a start-of-term feast and a sorting ceremony to get to.
Wonderful idea! As long as your young charge here doesn't mind me tagging along.
Not at all, sir.
After you.
Ages since I've been to the castle. Would be good to see the old pile of rocks.
Wel aan een roze scherm, precies. Dat was niet de bedoeling van Oké. We zijn op weg. Een heel intro gebeuren.
Glad I caught you before you left for Scotland.
Just barely.
And who is your traveling companion?
A new student.
New?
Yes, sir. I'm starting school as a 5th year. Yes, sir.
How extraordinary.
It is indeed. None of the faculty has ever heard of anyone being admitted to Hogwarts so late.
Nor have I.
Of course, as the other 5th years will have been honing their magical skills for 4 years now, the headmaster asked if I could get our new student up to speed a bit before the term begins.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better mentor. Professor Fig is not only an exceptional teacher, he's also a remarkably intuitive and gifted wizard.
Mr. Osric is prone to flattery. I dare say it's one of the reasons he's risen so far at the Ministry.
Have you seen this?
I have. Opinions differ as to how great a threat Ranrock really is.
Although I've yet to convince my colleagues at the Ministry,
Nobody
I
will the
believe
goblins
he
aan
is a significant
strijden voor hun
threat.
eigen rechten.
And it was your wife, Eleazar, who alerted me to his activities months ago.
Miriam? How?
She wrote to me about Ranrock before she died, wondering what the Ministry knew about his activities. Before I could respond, I received this. It was the last thing she sent me, Eleazar.
Zijn vrouw,
It came to me
de
via her
vrouw
owl.
van mijn mentor.
But with no correspondence. I can only assume
That she had to get rid of it quickly. To keep it
Ze heeft
safe.
hem
presumably
iets
from
gestuurd
Ranrock.
voor
I cannot open
safe
it.
te halen.
Whatever magic
Weg
protects
van
this is
die record.
powerful indeed.
It looks like goblin metal. That symbol.
What's the glow?
I don't see a glow.
Nor do I.
Wij zijn er blijkbaar iedereen wat ze moet zien. Ja.
Merlin's beard. How did you...
Wait,
Sleutel.
we didn't.
Hang on!
Is wel niet zo'n leuke reactie.
The key! Give me your hand!
Kunnen wij vliegen als tovenaar? Dat denk ik toch niet?
Are you alright?
Ja, dit is
You're
waarschijnlijk teleporteerd.
Take this. It's Wiggenweld potion. That stuff will right you in a second.
Oké, hele is die knop. Ik ga dit proberen 1 keer per week te doen, maar dan ga ik niet al die knoppen onthouden, denk ik.
What happened?
Poor George. I can't believe he... Poor George. What the hell got into that damn thing? Attacking a carriage mid-air? A typical dragon would never...
Professor,
Weinig op van die sleutel.
where are we?
I'm not sure. But that key you discovered was clearly a port key.
Portkey.
An item enchanted to bring whoever touches it to a specific place.
Ah, dus, ah ja. Je hebt
I'm
zo van
feeling
die
better, sir.
portables,
If you
maar dat je
like
ook
to look
mee naar
around a
een
bit.
plaats kunt gaan.
I would,
Dus een-
but stay close. We've no idea who created this portkey. Or why.
Ja. En het is ook waar dat zij alleen is, niet dat kan wachten.
How far did that portkey take us?
Farther from London than the carriage travelled. We're somewhere in the Scottish Highlands.
Sir, those ruins. Do you
The
think...
portkey was meant to lead us there. I do. This
Is
has
dat
not
niet de
been the
ruïne
day
waar wat
either of us expected. But Miriam sent that
geweest met
portkey to George
perkamenten
for
zijn,
a
maar hij
reason.
tot mijn perkamenten is
And
geweest.
I believe that she, and now George, died in pursuit of
En wat
whatever
dat
it was
volgende
meant to
morgen
lead to.
eigenlijk
If you're sure you're all right and
die
wouldn't
twee
mind
leerlingen
indulging
toen
me,
heeft
I'd like to have a look around.
beschikte van de leven
Good.
gekomen.
Let's see if we can find a path,
de
however
leerlingen van
faded it may
de...
be.
Maar van het weeshuis dat in zat.
Mind your step.
Where do you suppose your wife got the portkey that brought us here?
A good question. Miriam spent years searching for evidence of a long-forgotten form of ancient magic.
Hij was op zoek
Ancient
naar
magic?
allemaal.
Yes, a powerful magic wielded by a rare few that seems to have been lost to time. Hogwarts Castle was built by, and is itself a stronghold of that ancient magic. I don't know where she came into possession of the portkey, but I am certain it was to do with that search. Ah, there's the path down below. This way.
Waar ze die aan het pad doen?
But sir, why was your wife searching for evidence of lost magic?
Miriam wanted to understand why such powerful magic disappeared from the wizarding world. Spoke of the good it could do. But magic is no different than any power. What really matters is the one who wields it.
Dat is zo. Het gaat altijd over wie had deze bepaalde power in
Is
macht
that
heeft.
ice?
It's not cold enough here. It appears to be a sort of enchantment. Someone wanted to block this path. Let's see some of that wand work you were practicing. Focus on the center.
Echt, ja, dan mag ik elke keer kijken welke knop dat ik hier pas. Echt deze. Ah nee, zo dan kan ik het ook doen. Nee. Het is wel een andere knop dan RT, hè. Dat is niet echt duidelijk wat ik mee heb gedaan nog niet. Dat is niet echt duidelijk wat ik mee heb gedaan nog niet. Use your camera to... Oké. Use your camera to... Oké.
That was a bit rougher than I'd expected. That was a bit rougher than I'd expected.
Hey, kom je nog? Ja. Stop. Hey, kom je nog? Ja. Stop.
Ah, up there.
Ja, dat had ik ook al wel. Die volgen.
We're close now. It's just ahead. Steady yourself. Reparo.
En dan repareren met pen. Ik weet eigenlijk niet of we het in het Vlaams kunnen zetten, maar dat is toch helemaal niet. Makkelijker om te volgen. Makkelijker om te volgen. Nee. Precies niet. Oké. We doen het ermee.
Almost there.
Ja, dan weet je denk ik welke target is, welk doelpunt dat je vindt.
Why would someone have
Daar
built
raak
this
ik mee
here?
I suspect they valued their privacy. That portkey led us here for a reason. Let's have a look around for anything that seems out of place.
Oké, we moeten op zoek naar iets wat niet echt op de juiste plek lijkt te zitten.
Professor, this statue.
This may have been his home.
Het zijn de mensen waar aan dit plekje is.
Professor, it's a mural of some kind. Professor. It's a mural.
Perhaps our host was a noted seer. Interesting.
Zoeken. Er is hier ook een ander Harry Potter spel uit, maar dat denk ik niet dat ik ga kopen. Dat moet dus werkbaar spelen. Wacht, want hier...
That enchanted crystallized stone again. But what could it be blocking? What's this? Professor Fig! What's this?
How odd. Why would someone have conjured that enchanted stone here?
And how is there a room behind it?
What room? I don't see anything.
Ah, mijn leden.
There's that glow again, like the glow on the portkey container.
Alleen zij kan dat zien, precies.
What in Merlin's name? What in Merlin's name? Godric's heart.
Where are we?
I don't believe it.
Where are we?
I don't believe it.
Maar dan even nog iets aanpassen. Iets waar ik dacht dat ik al gepast had. Iets waar ik dacht dat ik al gepast had. Oké. Oké. Wat is deze?
Hello?
Dat is een slapende goblin. Goblin banker. Kunnen die gewoon op die tafel kloppen?
It can't be.
Wat een eerlijk gedoe.
It can't be.
Wat een eerlijk gedoe.
Just a moment. Ooh. Where do we begin?
Welcome to Gringotts Wizarding Bank.
Vault number 12, I presume. Vault number 12.
Precisely.
Nummer 12.
The key.
Komt dat ook niet voor in die boeken?
Your wife's portkey.
Oh, yes, of course.
Die sleutel is
This
ook
way,
nodig
then.
voor naar die klas te gaan.
Stay close.
Oh, mijn manker en mankertje.
After you. Keep your hands inside the cart if you don't wish to lose them.
Gasmel wel een beetje. Van de laatste niet zelf.
How many vaults are there in Gringotts?
Hundreds. In fact, you'll see quite a few on our way to vault number 12. As we speak, we're just beneath the main lobby. The vaults you see now are the newest.
Are private entrances to the bank common at Gringotts?
They are most uncommon. Only one with great wealth or power, or both, could have arranged for such a service.
Speciaal ingang van de bank en dus een speciale kleding van de pas. Iets voor de rijke mensen.
washes away all enchantments. It's a security measure.
Experience the thief's downfall
Alle
before, have you?
toren
Heard of it?
extra
These are the lower vaults that we're passing now.
How deep are we going?
Vault number 12 was commissioned shortly after Gringotts was founded over 4 centuries ago. It resides in the deepest part of the bank. Settle in. We've quite a distance to go.
Mooi dan niet. Ik ga niet alles laten zien natuurlijk. Eerst nog een bewakertje. Nee, je mocht die rommelings niet beledigen, want dan worden die kwaad.
Vault number.
Vault 12. Momentous day.
On your way.
Die tanden en zo zijn ja tof. Als je daar wat beter aan die van.
Professor, the armband that guard was wearing was glowing.
Like the glow you saw on the portkey container?
No, darker. I saw that same glow on the dragon's collar.
Yeah, what was that?
We were just wondering about that goblin back there.
He watches over the oldest section of the bank. Rare anyone goes there anymore. Here we are.
When was the last time this vault was accessed?
A goblin has been stationed at my desk for hundreds of years. In that time, no one has visited Vault 12. Until today.
Niemand nog die klaar bezocht.
Vault 12.
Thank you for your help. Thank you for your help.
Maar ik dacht wel, als dat uw kluis niet is, dat je dan dat ik wel van niet opsla. Dan weet ik niet meer precies wat dat in elkaar staat. We hebben dat
What do
toen
you suppose we
deels
should be
zien
looking for?
I'm not sure. So,
sinds
I wonder if
the
you
The
last-
instructions for Vault
book
12
was
indicate that I am to grant access to the holder of the key and then close the door.
wait.
Hem.
Professor?
That was certainly unexpected. Let me think. There must be something
Ja, ik zie
here.
daar aan.
Revelio, perhaps.
Nee, dat
Revelio?
blinkt niet.
Yes, a revealing charm. No time like the present. Let's see what we're missing, shall we? Ready your wand and focus.
Oh.
Revelio. There! I saw something.
Move a bit closer and try again.
A door.
Well, that's a start. There's that symbol again. I don't suppose you see a way to...
I do, Professor. That symbol has the same glow as the one I saw in the portkey container.
Ja, maar ik zie
If
niet
what you can see reveals the way forward, then I dare say we are about to discover the secret of this vault. Lead the way. Lumos! This is no ordinary vault. I suspect we will need to earn our way out of here.
What do you mean, earn our way out? Do you think this is some sort of test?
I do. But to what end, I can't say. Stay close. There will be no disapparating if things go poorly. Not out of Gringotts.
I see something up ahead.
What is it?
That glow again, but on the floor. That glow again.
Dan gewoon ergens onder.
Lumos! What happened?
When I moved towards the glow, it suddenly seemed as if the ground was swirling about.
Are you all right?
Yes, sir, I'm fine.
Ligt hier iemand onder dan?
You seem to have caused the floor to change.
That statue.
What statue?
That statue.
Zelfs.
I see some sort of statue, but only as a reflection in the floor. Revelio.
I presume this is what you saw reflected in the floor.
It is. The reflection's still there, but the statue's positions don't match. Wait. When you moved, the reflection turned in the direction of the light.
Perhaps you should cast Lumos.
Oké, en dan moeten we nummers nu. Dat kan ik nog niet onthouden, hè. Ja. Dat kan ik nog niet onthouden, hè.
Lumos.
Well done.
Now the reflection is turning towards me. It does follow the light. It does follow the light.
We moeten weer naar hier kijken. Ja. Met licht en dan heb je wel een plek. Ja. Dat is geen standbeeld meer.
Look out!
Potato.
Accio! Defendo! Levioso! Deposo!
Nog verder.
Exposo! Deposo! Confluo!
Potato. Stupefy.
Levioso! Cote Confringo! Levioso! Deposo!
Potato.
Exposo! Confrindos!
Lumos.
Levioso! Lumos!
En nog van? Deze is donker, dan zie ik wel niks.
Professor? Professor Fig! Professor, where are you?
Ah, kan ik niet.
This isn't good. Where am I supposed to go? What's happening? The wisps of magic seem to be leading me somewhere. Oh, that's where they're leading me. That glow there.
Oh,
Protego.
nee, 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 nee.
Lumos. Lumos. Revelio. I suppose I'm on my own this time. Lumos. I suppose I'm on my own.
Ah nee, maar ik ben wachten tot er weer is.
I need to align these statues with their reflections. Perhaps I need to get them all to stand at once.
Ja, maar hoe kan ik dat doen?
Where do I need to be to get all of them to stand at once?
Dan weet ik toch niet waar ik moet staan. Dan weet ik toch niet waar ik moet staan. Ah, hier dan. Oké.
It seems I have no choice. I'm going to have to fight my way out of this. Protego!
Komt er nog aan?
Protego! Lumos. Stupefy. Lumos. Protego! Lumos. Lumos.
Oké, dan moet het links. Ik hoop niet dat ik die moment terugvind. Dan ga ik weer naar een ander staan.
There you are. How did you... What is this place?
I don't know. But I found this floating above that basin.
That is no mere basin. That is a pensive for viewing memories.
Ja, dat ziet wat perkamenten altijd gebruikt. Dus een halt aan hersenslierten mijn memory uit zijn geheugen. Stek je dan in je pot en dan kun jij in je pot drukken om de geheugen of om de memory te zien.
All is in place.
The portkey is well hidden.
Perhaps too well. I wonder if the path we've created...
May be impossible to follow. It will only be impossible for one who cannot see traces of ancient magic as I can.
Your ability to see what others cannot will not be enough, Percival. We are entrusting the one who embarks on this path with powerful secrets, with knowledge others will do anything to obtain.
Yes, and if we are correct, Charles, the witch or wizard who completes the trials will have proven themselves worthy of that knowledge, and the responsibility that accompanies it.
We've done all that we can.
Oké, dus ze zijn op zoek naar mij. Want ik kan dus allemaal niet zien. Dus wat de rest vermijdt.
That's what you're seeing. The glow that surrounded them.
Yes, sir.
Astonishing.
Can I see magic?
Traces of an ancient magic, to be precise. The magic that Miriam had always believed existed, but could never. Miriam, and perhaps George, died in pursuit of knowledge that has been dormant for centuries. And you, it seems, are the key to understanding why. We were
rather different than it did a moment ago.
Someone's coming.
Who were they? I don't know. But, sir, you shouldn't be in there.
I was right.
Ramrock.
Dat trekt me.
Seems my reputation precedes me. I was beginning to think no one was ever going to visit Rackham's vault.
And why are you here?
No need for that. Just give me whatever it is you found here and we can let bygones be bygones.
Sir, they had the key to the vault.
Choose your next words wisely.
I only meant that the instructions to Vault 12 were quite clear. Sir, I must insist. I was to grant access only to one with the key, and you didn't have
I have no patience for traitors.
Pas geen verrader en is zijn werk gedaan.
Where were we?
I'm not giving you anything.
We hebben ook niks gevonden, hè.
Well, perhaps your young friend here will be more helpful.
Mag dat je dat niet?
No way out.
Are you all right?
Fine, sir.
I've never seen so
Nu
powerful a
had hij
goblin.
gewoon wel achter ons
He
zitten, denk
seemed
ik.
wholly unaffected by my magic.
Where are we?
It can't be. It seems those who set up the pensive, the locket, and the path to both wanted someone with your ability to end up here. Come,
Zitten we niet in het
we have a sorting
verboden
ceremony
bos?
to get to.
Zitten we niet in het verboden Ja. Nee. Nee, maar goed is klein. En op dit beeld staat het er allemaal verwacht, denk ik. Het grote zwijnsel. We gaan nu niet met de boot, want we zijn 5-jarigen en alleen de eerstjarigen mogen met de boot gaan. En die van de tweede ook, denk ik. Nee, het is alleen de eerste. Want die komen dan later aan, zodat de rest allemaal al in de zaal zit.
Good. We haven't missed the sorting
Om dan
ceremony.
de sortingsceremony te doen.
I'm
Die
no
wij nu
expert,
gemist
but
hebben.
that seems more appropriate. Now, I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Thank you.
Of course, sir.
Ready for the sorting ceremony?
We hadden die toch mis? Ah, is nog weer.
Phineas, Nigellus, Black. Prepare yourself to meet
Dan is
the
de
headmaster.
een van de familie van de Sirius Black, de peetvader van Harry Potter.
Nice of you to
Maar
join
dat
us.
zegt de kant.
The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem
Enough.
has...
Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
I'll be in touch.
Nee, zijn mentor die geeft er geen les.
Professor Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
Dat zal ook een van de voorouders zijn van de wereld.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
I'm looking forward to meeting my professors and learning all I can at Hogwarts.
Indeed. Hogwarts has much to offer a dedicated student. And what you learn in class will prepare you for challenges outside the classroom as well. I wonder... I detect something in you. A certain sense of... what is it? What is it?
A sense of loyalty? I believe myself to be a true friend. I know I value that trait in others.
You do not give up easily, do you? You are undaunted by challenges that lie ahead. And your loyalty to a friend delayed your arrival here this evening. Perhaps you belong in Hufflepuff.
Ja, ik denk dat er wel Hufflepuff, patience, dat heb ik eigenlijk nog niet. Loyalty en hard werk. Ik accepteer het. We moeten niet allemaal een wondervolle gevonden komen.
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled.
Oh, mogen niet geen zwerkbal spelen.
Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether. But don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Hey, en het eten.
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see
Ik
to it,
overal
sir.
niet. Wat er allemaal ligt.
As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way.
Is dat
It's
hoofd
quite
van...
uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. Might be a bit of work, but I'm sure that's never stopped you before.
It hasn't, Professor.
Now, here we are at the entrance to the Hufflepuff common room.
This is the entrance.
Indeed. I will explain what to do, but I hesitate to do it myself as one errant knock leads to being doused in vinegar. Most unpleasant. You must tap the barrel, 2 from the bottom, middle of the second row, in the rhythm of Helga Hufflepuff.
Ja, dit kon ik niet onthouden.
Well done. Now go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first.
Ik weet nog niet of de leuke
Thank you,
game is.
Professor
Ik
Weasley.
moet
You're
hem nog
welcome. I
ontdekken.
hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts.
Zullen we maar beginnen?
Sleep well.
Zullen we maar beginnen? Hoe het eruit ziet is alvast fantastisch. Hoe het eruit ziet is alvast fantastisch.
Oh, looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room.
Oké, we moeten naar deze slaapkamer, we moeten naar de common room. Een appel. Ah, ik heb eigenlijk iets te eten gekregen. En wat is deze? Snoepjes? Smekjes in alles maken. Ah jee. Ik denk dat ik een verkeerde smaak op heb. Ja, ik vind het ook maar raar om te starten als 5 jaar. Ah nee, niet 5 jaar. Hoeveel is dat? Hoe oud zijn dat als je op de 5e leerjaar gaat? 13, 14, 15, 17 jaar of zo?
I suppose some introductions are in order.
Wie ben jij?
Oh, hello.
Mooie Hedwig.
She's awfully regal, isn't she? Is that your owl? I don't know who she is. Likely one of the Hufflepuffs around here. Owls choose their own company anyway. Wait, you're the new 5th year. Quite the dramatic entrance you made. Can't imagine wanting to call attention to yourself, especially since everyone will be watching to see how much you already know. I am a bit concerned. I have a lot of catching up to do. Indeed. 4 years of schoolwork is a bit... Being that far behind, I'd feel so... inadequate. Of course, presumably, as a hard-working Hufflepuff, you'll prove yourself in no time. I'm hard-working too, as you might suspect.
Ja,
But sometimes I think I should have been a Ravenclaw. I've rather a searing wit. At least people have always told me so. I'm Lenora, by the way. Lenora Everly. Well, mustn't keep you. You've such a lot to do. Do you really think you should have been in Ravenclaw? Well, my brothers were. They both work in ministry now.
Ja, maar het is nu
Say that wit runs in the family. My aunt was a Gryffindor, though, and I've always had plenty in common with her. Determination, valor, daring. The old sorting hat was spoiled for choice with me. It was nice meeting you, Lenora. Of course. Adieu. It was nice meeting you, Lenora. Of course.
Lijkt me niet zo'n aangenaam persoon eigenlijk. Lijkt me niet zo'n aangenaam persoon eigenlijk.
Arthur's got you. You don't need to be frightened, little cat.
Kat. Arthur, follow me.
I can't quite reach.
Come on, he went that way.
Hope they can catch him. Big castle for a student to get lost in, let alone a cat. I'm sure you'll find your way all right. I mean, it can be a bit overwhelming at first. I still get lost sometimes. Welcome to Hufflepuff, by the way. Really glad to have you in our house. I'm Arthur.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Was that your cat?
No, one of the first years, I think. Don't have any pets of my own, unfortunately. My mother doesn't think too highly of them, especially magical ones.
I'm sorry to hear that. I think magical beasts are rather incredible.
Best thing about coming to Hogwarts. Nifflers, glumbumbles, bowtruckles. I thought they were only pictures in books before. Well, Dad did bring home a puffskein once. Mum was furious. Anyway, I better go make sure the first years caught that cat. Don't want them to be late on their first day.
Nice meeting you, Arthur. And good luck finding that cat.
Thank you. Try not to get lost in the castle yourself.
Dat lijkt me wel een aangename persoon.
Yeah.
Time to trade in my Oak Shaft 79.
Oh, Uncle, this doesn't sound like you. Something's wrong. Oh, hello there. You're the new Hufflepuff, yes? I'm Adelaide. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Is everything all right?
Oh, yes. I'm just a bit distracted. Letter from my uncle. So tell me, I've been hearing all sorts of rumors. Were you really nearly gobbled up by a dragon?
If you don't mind, I'd prefer to just forget about it.
Oh dear, it must have been bad. I mean, of course it was. I know I would have been terrified. Sorry. Well, anyway, I imagine you have lots to do. I hope you have a wonderful first day.
Met die wil ik wel opschieten.
Thank you, Adelaide. Be seeing you.
Of course. And good luck.
Maar moet ik eigenlijk niet
Is the new
vragen.
Hufflepuff out of bed yet?
Maar dan kan ik niet meer.
Waiting for them outside the common
Wat met de onkel is. Wat met de onkel is.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts.
Maar waar is mijn
I've been
eten?
dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
Moet alles halen.
Here you are.
En wij dat. Dat is precies dat boek van een ander spel, alleen minder in het tand waarschijnlijk.
It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Ik ben nu al bang voor die boek, wat dat weer gaat doen. Ik ben nu al bang voor die boek, wat dat weer gaat doen.
This way. The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was
Achtervolgd worden door een
Using the guide will also
sprekende
train
boek
you
of
to
zo.
be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up.
Ja, ik zal maar appel dit doen.
Venio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
Oh, nog nootjes. Ook lekker. Kersennootjes. Collect, maar hoe moet ik dat collecten?
Lumos. Revelio. Protego.
Collect. Huis. Elps. Huis. Elps. Oh, receptenboek van de huisarts. Oh, receptenboek van de huisarts. Dat wil ik ook proberen. Hier krijg ik geen eten. Ik krijg al goed hier wel eten van mijn vriend. Putje kapot. Nee. Nee. Hm. Oké, nee, boek praat al niet, dat is al iets. Oké, nee, boek praat al niet, dat is al iets. Met questen. Challenges, collectibles. Hier. We moeten een pagina's vinden. Oké.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Revelio.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Open map, oké, dat is zeker. Open map, oké, dat is zeker. Ik ga het allemaal aan op Central. Ah, we kunnen dan eigenlijk zien en dan laten we nog vinden, denk ik. Safety has to show me. En dan kunnen dat was niet de bedoeling om in eerste dag te gaan. Ik wil rondkijken. Ik krijg geen eten, ik krijg geen kans om rond te kijken naar huis.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Revelio.
Mag ik maar eerst
You
kijken
can
of
get
niet?
almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
Ah, dat is moeilijk. Al ontdekt heb dan. Hier gaan. Follow profit. Oh, maar die is nog beneden gebleven, wat? Ik dacht dat ik naar Central Hall moest. Maar dan blijft hier. Ah nee, ik moest naar beneden gaan. Kan jij niet upstairs?
Revelio.
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive.
Ja, je ziet hier
Our
aan de
King's
van.
Cross Station, so to speak.
Maar dan moet je school, ik zal mijn weg wel vinden, ja.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected
Dankjewel.
to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts
En wat
classes
willen ze?
today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
En ja, Hogsmeade
What
is
will
dat
I learn in
extra
Charms
dubbel.
class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
En hopelijk ken je
Can you
het
tell
minder
me more
kwaad.
about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become Aurors. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
Ja,
You
Hogsmeade.
mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there
Ja,
with friends in due
Bob, kan ik
course.
om drinken.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said.
Moeten niet alle geheimen.
Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Maar
Yes.
wat doet hij dan?
You seem to have provided
Want hij
our
kwam
new
niet mee in
professor
de
with a solid
kasteel.
foundation in the
Maar
basics
hij
of
zei net.
spellcasting.
I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you.
Of course.
Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Ik moet de eerste klas doen en dan gaat hij mij helpen.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Oké, dit slaat 10 het moet doen eigenlijk. Oké. En dan kunnen we...
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Revelio.
That's it.
Hello, Lenora. What are you looking at?
Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Are there other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me if you stumble on something illuminating that solves the mystery.
Lumos. That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
When someone says something...
This looks like the location from the painting. Let's get you back to your frame, little moth. The moth stopped. Perhaps I need to keep casting Lumos on it. Lumos.
That was it!
Do you think it's possible to spend time
I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame.
En dan een Pokémon. Nou, ik denk dat ze het. En waar is dat voedsel? Oh, dan ben ik niet zeker. Dat lijkt me wel echt een voedsel. Hier is nog een pagina dat hij daar rondzweeft.
Protego! Revelio.
Kijk nu open. Dat was bovenop zo eten, maar ik heb geen idee wat ik moet doen.
Last time I have a potion idea that I don't write down.
Met die vlammetjes denk ik dat je kunt snel travelen. Fast travel.
I don't trust any of the
Level 1 lock. How did you pull?
I'm glad there's a Slytherin in charge.
Hey, ik ben slimmer als jij, jong.
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
Slimmer te zijn.
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Amit, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
Revelio.
Dit is wel heel content met de wandelen. Maar onze relatie is nu wel big.
I'd hate it if my father was involved with that.
We moesten naar dat bed, hè. Hoe geraken we daar? Hoe geraken we daar?
Revelio.
Voor in de les te geraken word ik wel hier aan mijn niet te in de les te geraken word ik wel hier aan mijn lot overgelaten. Want nog dat is nog.
Lumos.
Een kamer met allemaal schilderijen. Dat is niet meer. Hier is de mot. Hier nog.
Protego. Lumos.
Kom je mee naar beneden? Kom. Kom je mee naar beneden? Zit dingen aan het hout bezig? Yep, hier is je plek. Yep, hier is je plek.
Protego.
Kom in. Ik. Hier moeten we er 8 vinden.
Revelio.
Het smelt wel niet rollen. Geen idee wat ik daar gaan moeten doen. Als jullie een idee hebben, laat gerust achter. Ah, maar dat gaat niet te maken hebben met die deuren, hè? Dat is een soort van puzzel. Help! Zien jullie, er is nou een schat, kijk eens. Help! Wat moet ik doen? Is 13 plus 18 is een slang. En 1 plus 12 is een mier. Maar hoe kan ik niet weten? Waar moet 1 opgebouwd moet. Zijn het dezelfde afbeeldingen aan hier? Weet jij het, jongen? Zeg het eens. Nee, weet niks. Zeg het eens. Dan moet het toch eigenlijk te weten komen waar dat die tekens waren. Nee, het is nog wel een beetje. Nee, het is nog wel een beetje. Onbekend terrein. Onbekend terrein. Oh nee, dat gaan we niet. Nog niet, ik ben nu aan het denken, die hebben allemaal precies de taak toch niet. Ik ben nu aan het denken, die hebben allemaal geen idee.
Revelio.
Wat heb jij? Vliegende boek. Wat heb jij? Vliegende boek. Nee, mol. Zie je het niet? Nee, mol. Zie je het niet? Dan zie je daar even weer zo'n deur, hè? Dan zie je daar even weer zo'n deur, hè? Hallo. Kijk eens naar mij in plaats van die boek. Nee. Jij moet niet kijken. Ah, is hier de...
Revelio.
Zijn hier de klassen? Zijn hier de klassen? Hieronder is... Ja, hier zit een kist achter. Maar hier is niet de... Hier zijn niet klassen, is niet terug. Laat eens weten wanneer het komt. Dat jullie weten wat dat die deuren betekenen, hoe ik dat moet oplossen. Als ik maar iets weet van trek hoe ik het moet doen, dan kan ik denk ik wel verder. Want ik hier boven al niet eens. Ik denk dat je alles moet opschrijven wat dat tegenkomt van die deuren en dat je dan zo moet uitblazen hoeveel dat die tekens waard zijn. En dan kun je eigenlijk verder. Maar dan is de vraag eigenlijk is dat... Het punt dat bovenaan is, dat je gewoon de som in het midden of niet.
Revelio. Revelio.
Ik zag hier precies juist een boek. Ja. Trofeekamer.
Revelio.
En hier? Ik ben volledig verdwaald in het kasteel. Ik weet dat ik de map kan gebruiken. Dat is ook wel simpel. Ik kan ondertussen wel wat van wat proberen te ontdekken. En we doen het precies genoeg dat gelet hebben. Als je Harry Potter leest, weet je moeten altijd van les naar les. Als je Harry Potter leest, weet je moeten altijd van les naar les. We doen nog een trap naar boven. Ja. Nice.
Revelio.
We gaan toch eens zien wat we precies zitten. Zitten we eerst juist? Ja. Nee, we zitten in de compleet verkeerde richting te lopen. We moeten naar de astronomie zien. Ah, nu krijg ik wel zo'n aanduiding van waar ik heen moet. In het eerste boek wordt ook eens gezegd dat die trappen soms hun eigen gang gaan. Dat dezelfde trap soms een andere directie kan hebben. Dus een andere bestemming kan hebben. Ik denk dat ze niet zo uitgebreid gaan gaan in dit spel. Nee. En dan kan ik die pagina hier niet. Hallo. No.
Revelio.
The Fountain of Transformation. The Fountain of Transformation. Daar kan iedereen rustig op zijn gemak zitten. Hier zie ik trouwens achter een muur zitten, maar dat kan ik niet direct houden.
Revelio.
Ja,
How nice to see you, my young friend. Revelio.
Kan ik hem completeren? Kan ik completeren? Het is wel waar, hè. Je moet er eigenlijk een sleutel van vinden, denk ik. Maar we beginnen de quest. Ja, dat is echt een verhaal van.
Is that all you've got?
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
We gaan dingen liften. Omhoog smeren.
Levioso.
Maar ik denk niet dat er een verjaard spel is.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
Hoi. En moet ik dat volgen?
Let us begin with a basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent. Good. Now, the basic cast. Well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso. Good form.
Protego. I know.
Can't be your first duel.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Protego.
Levioso.
Things.
I do enjoy a lively duel.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get. You give as good as you get.
Zo nou, ik weet niet, maar ik heb precies
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Hufflepuff.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you. Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
Ja, dan ga ik wel. Toen had ik niet altijd.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Revelio. Revelio.
Oh, yes,
Lumos.
En we dan hier eens doen. Is het daar? Ik denk dat dat hier eens moet zijn.
Revelio.
Laat me gewoon staan.
My older brothers were all cool.
Probeer even die mop te vinden van dat spel. Oh, nee, ik mag je niet oh. We moeten ook niet filmen. Oh, dat wel.
Never a dull moment when I go home from Hogwarts. Last year, the month.
Revelio.
Ik zie het hier niet echt. En dat is voldoende. Wat moet opvallen. En het is ook nooit niet ver weg van die van de waar dat zit. Oké. En hier hangen zo'n lampen, dus dat zou je toch eens moeten zijn. Hier hangen zo'n lampen, dus dat zou je toch eens moeten zijn. Kan we even kijken aan de andere kant van deze deur. Dan mag ik niet dat ik zoveel moet lopen om dat tegen te komen. Dan mag ik niet dat ik zoveel moet lopen om dat tegen te komen.
Revelio. Revelio.
Okay.
Revelio.
No, it's nothing this complicated. Wow, this is all mooi kamer. Bedroom?
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Revelio.
Is het iemand toch?
Lumos.
Helemaal van. Nog zo te weten.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit.
Revelio.
Revelio.
Here. Behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
There is an open seat here. Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right? Now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? Hmm? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. Excellent control there.
Okay. Yay.
Very good. Stay focused. That's it. Very good. Points to Hufflepuff. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
Oh, dat is mooi.
Splendid!
Let us see this.
Ja, maar niet altijd heftig gewoon mooi, hè?
Quite impressive. Watch this.
Allah, joh.
There we go.
Dat is toch geen. Allah, joh. Dat is toch geen. Stop. Stop. Stop.
A perfect score! Remarkable. Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Het is al interessant genoeg. Het is al zeer ontsnopend.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go.
59, 59. No. Dat is 51. Kunnen we misschien wel iets meer. Zien. Nee, dan nog 59. Ja.
Very good.
Zoeken als gewoon.
Let us see this. That is how it's done. Well done.
Ja, maar ik weet toch niet zitten.
Watch this.
Maar ik kan slaan. Hé, niet eraf. Oh.
Not to worry.
Hé, niet eraf. Oh.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Maar ik ben verloren, dat doe ik niet meer.
Well done.
Maar ik ben verloren, dat doe ik niet meer. Maar ik ben verloren, dat doe ik niet meer.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Ouagadougou a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Ouagadougou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand.
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans.
A word, if you would.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation.
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello. You wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Doesn't even have
I'd die of embarrassment if my mother doesn't.
And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752?
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the
Is
boy
that
who
in
says you're telling
I'm not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Fine, it's a bold attack. Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a flag? Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a flag?
Wat moeten we nu doen? Wat moeten we nu doen?
Revelio. Lumos.
Nou, een keer doen.
Revelio.
Want dat we in blauw zetten. Niet direct in mijn doen. Wacht, ik moet hier nou praten.
If I had to pick a favorite professor, I'd choose Garth.
Is een mooie neus in de bal. Ik snap niet dat je hier kunt je weg kunt vinden zonder pannenkoeken. Je weg kunt vinden zonder.
I wish the headmaster would retire. Let us let the
Nog een kat. Nog een kat. Een lapjeskat. Die zijn altijd vrouwelijk. En de worstenkatten zijn meestal mannelijk. En de worstenkatten...
Revelio.
Okay.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
Can you tell me more about the potion shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Maar goed, we gaan dit hier bij laten. Is een safety? En wat zit in de automatisch? Nog een kat. Een leeuwpaardkat, kijk. Dus met bijen maar een klein. En een leeuwpaardje.
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor?
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Why must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor. This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is. Revelio. Accio. Leviosa. Lumos. Tego. Got it. A flying page must be around here somewhere. Lumos.
Allee, ik moet camera takken. Allee, ik moet camera takken.
If only a new student would help me with my sad predicament.
Wat zit erin? Wat zit erin? Weet je dat?
Might some kind soul help me?
Ja, is zoiets.
Are you alright?
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
I'm sorry the other students weren't more friendly.
That's kind of you. I suppose there are a few decent souls here. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
Gobstones. Sounds like a fun challenge.
That's what I tried to tell everyone. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing.
Ja, smelling
Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
Rather an overreaction on their part.
I'll say. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented fifth year to help me.
Do you have any suggestions on how to get your gobstones down from their hiding spots?
If I knew that, I'd get them myself. Whoever hid my gobstones that high got up there somehow.
Haven't you any friends at school?
Not really. Natty said hello once, but not a word since.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
We moeten gewoon tegen springen, denk ik. Wacht, hè. Dat komt naar hier. Het zijn geen leuke pagina, hè. Het zijn geen leuke pagina.
Don't get too cocky simply because you had one victory over Sally.
De enigste manier om
He
die
never backs down
bakken
from
langs
the
het
fight.
vuur. De enigste manier om die bakken langs het vuur. Ah. Dan komt hij top. Ah.
Brilliant. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Reparo.
Nicely done. Works like a charm, doesn't it?
Revelio.
Perhaps mind what you're doing there.
Reparo.
Ah, nee, moet op. Ah, nee, moet op.
Levioso. Protego.
Er staat een teken aan onder. Massa, we stoppen. Ik weet niet of mijn... Massa, we stoppen. Denk vanavond gaan streamen. Wanneer vanavond streamen? Of gaan we samen streamen? Oké. Ja, als je vanavond Middle-earth moet zien als een soort van citybuilder, dan is mijn vriend vanavond op post. 7 uur zal dat zijn, of misschien iets later. 7 uur. Hier te bekijken dan. Tot dan misschien. Tada. Tot dan misschien. Tada.